YouTubers. Here we are, Port Burwell, Ontario, September 25th, 2017. Yeah, I know you missed the horrible music. I was kind of getting sick of it myself. Someone said, a lot of times I want to talk about where I am, and here I am in Port Burwell. There's the part of the Marine Museum there, the lighthouse, the engine. The little lighthouse in behind is actually the parking lot for the museum, and Port Burwell here on the north shore of Lake Erie just recently acquired this. There I am, my journey 37 times out in that Hobie Cat so far. And they just recently acquired this submarine. The what's it called there? HMS, I believe, Ojibwe, is that what it is? Obviously a World War II. HMCS Ojibwa. I just brought this in a few years ago, and it's actually open. It wasn't open to this day. It's a Monday late in the year. And it's part of the museum, and you can check out the inside of this, which is pretty cool. It's not very often you get to see the inside of a real submarine. And beautiful, look at that, eh? And as you can see, where I am now is like all the small ports along here. The railway has pulled back, and this was actually a railway line that actually came under that road bridge under there. You can see up against how it's nicely curved there, and split into multiple lines here in the yard. And of course, as all the railways along here, they've kind of pulled out, and these communities are just kind of little tourist attractions. Here we are, Lake Erie. This is the North Shore. The lake is starting to get a little narrow here as we head east. If straight across is maybe only 50 miles, 40, 50 miles, and further down, Port Stanley to my west, it's like 60 miles across. So the lake's starting to get narrower, and this is Otterville Creek. Otterville Creek, I think, kind of begins up around Tillsonburg, and then kind of contributaries connect in, and that's the only way you can access like a lot of spots here along Lake Erie. It's a lot of cliff line, and only these contributory creeks have carved out little ports that you can actually access the lake, and which makes kind of Lake Erie this side compared to the other side, Ohio. Every inch of the lake is used, but here on this side, the cliff line has kind of slowed progress down in that way, and it remains untouched and slowly eroding. Got a nice sky here. That's the public beach here to the left, and right now they're doing some road construction, so the parking lot was up on the hill, but again, late in the year. And there you can't see through the haze, but Long Point is sticking out there. It's a piece of land that sticks out about 25 kilometers, and it's untouched. There's a provincial park goes maybe into the first 5, and then from then on, it's you're not supposed to. It's a untouched marsh kind of piece of land, and from the tip of that, you're only 20 kilometers across to Ohio, the United States. There. It's a little hazy to get it today. A lot of times that's we get a lot here. You're surrounded by lakes. You can expect haze all the time. Just kind of washes out my horizon, as you can see. And a lot of my filming is I like to see where I was. I'm kind of a truck driver, mapping together the pieces. Someone in Port Burwell perhaps wants to check out an aerial view of where they've lived all their life, and what an awesome perspective. And here we come around to the bush area. That's kind of the provincial park in there. You can see the roadway. You have to kind of drive down to the beach to these parking lots along the beach, and then again, nice shallow beach. Goes off to the west there, and at the end we actually I think they've started, or they've had a little nudist thing going on there. That was pretty busy the day we were there, considering the time of year. And right now the wind has subsided, so it's almost flat, and I'm getting a beautiful Nice sun reflection. Pretty amazing. I don't put any filters. This is just how I captured it on the camera. I render it down from 4K down to 1080 just so I can put it on YouTube. I have my 4K copy. But as you put things on YouTube, they sometimes lose their quality. Now I've been up here, as you watch some of my videos, I just don't randomly go up. I have a kind of a flight plan. I'm watching the monitor, trying to capture a nice still shot somewhere that I can take later. With 4K, I'll have like a million pictures to choose from. But I have a flight plan, and even though the Chroma 4K claims it can fly for 30 minutes, I've actually tested it and it's 24. So I aim for about an 8-10 minute window, kind of go where I want to go, and try to stick to the flight plan. And of course, if things go wrong or disconnect or something, I have a 10-minute window to or I see something I want to capture and divert from the plan. So I've gone up, I've done my little aerial spin, and as I'm coming down, I'll just do one more, try to get some different shadowing, different color on the beach, maybe on the water there. My Hobie Cat has been just awesome this year. No matter where you go, what the conditions are, well, within reason, boat gets me there, and gets me back. I've had like 37 flawless trips so far. We tested it out rigorously. Quiet water sailboats there up in Wabashin, Ontario, Ransom. Rented it like 16 times, sold me. What they claim is what it is. It's authentic, it's there, and it's an awesome boat. Into an adventure and getting back safely. Now here I am, the end of my flight plan. I had planned to go over the river here, or creek, and try to get a nice cloud reflection and just kind of scoot up to the car and then call it a day. And so here I am trying to line up. Of course, I'm using a Wi-Fi for my video part, so there's always a second lag. So you're always like compensating for what you're not seeing at the present time. So I'm lining it up, coming in, and now my Ranger Rose spots, you can't see them. See, I can't see them. There's a flock of Canada geese coming right at me up the creek, and they're starting to form into groups to migrate south. And of course, as I know, they're gonna want to land on this, maybe want to land on this creek right here. So plan C, let's get out of the way, out of their path. Again, I can't see them. I'm in the shadow there, looking at my screen, and there they are. Nicely timed on cue. I had to pay these guys to come in at this time. That's it, guys. Come around. I want to get a Photoshop here. Okay, let's get past the sun, and I'll take that shot. Oh, right there. Okay, I'm going to take that picture. Okay, you guys go away now. Uh-oh. Oh, it's there circling around both sides of me. I think even though I'm not really moving, I think I might have spooked them, so they're circling up. Of course, let's turn the camera the wrong way now, so I can miss them. There they go. Beautiful. Love my Canada geese. We got tons of them up here. I said that with a little sarcasm. And as you notice there's the lighthouse up there, and there's right behind that, like I said, is a smaller lighthouse, and behind that, the museum. You see a little engine up there. You can actually go in the lighthouse, seasonal kind of thing. As you notice in my films, there's see that's the railway. Used to go to the port there. It's all been. Actually, used to be able to launch our boats down there, but now you have to go up the creek a bit to one of the two marinas. They've kind of obstructed it there at the end. And you see my Ranger Rose there. You see her catching the drone, and we're not crazy. What we found out, even though this cool Chroma 4K drone, I can at a press of a button, it will land pretty well within 5 feet of where it took off. The problem is that, well, dirt road, of course, wouldn't be cool. But one time it almost landed on or it did kind of land near an ant farm, and the dust got into the motors and stuff. So I saw on a YouTube video that, hey, just hover it and walk over and grab it. And that's basically what we're doing here. I'm just kind of hovering over top of her, and as you can see, she still has all her fingers. Yeah, see? And she likes to have fun with that. And yeah, and you got to have a spotter. There's no doubt about it. And as you see, we got it back. Yay! We can film another day. Anyways, sure you listen to music all the way through that, and I got a few more to post, so stay tuned.